Heidi ho, my crafty friends. How are you today? Well, I'm back. Whoops. Sorry, that was my chair. I don't have a rolling chair anymore. All I have is a regular chair. And I'm used to being able to roll, but this one doesn't roll. And it's quite noisy. So we are going to do a new journal. So this is a Reader's Digest, and it is from 1961, and it is volume 4, and it's one of the condensed versions. Now, as you'll see, the spine is in a little rough shape, but we're going to fix that after we get some of the pages out of it here. And even the back of it is in bad shape right here. And it's a little turquoise, and it looks like these are, I'll think of the name of it here in a minute. It's kind of a turquoisey green, not really blue, kind of right there in the middle. And I like the cover, so I think I'm going to keep the cover, but we are going to have to fix this. And it's even starting to peel a little bit up here. So this is going to be a little bit of an adventure to fix. And I don't know if you can see up here. It's dirty, and these back pages are a little moldy, so these will be thrown away. And this back cover here across the top is very dirty, so I'm going to have to clean that. And on the inside, right through here, I'm going to have to clean. But that's okay. It can be cleaned. And here on the inside here, around the edges here, it's going to have to be cleaned. That's okay. It can be cleaned. So apparently, I was going to use this book one other time because there's a piece of coffee dyed paper. Now, I have no paper, no coffee dyed paper whatsoever. Wait a minute. Am I fibbing? I could be fibbing. Let me look. No, I'm fibbing. I have a few pieces over there in my box. So I am going to have to coffee dye some paper. So there might be a few days in between videos while I coffee dye some paper. Oh, that'll be the first time in my new house. Ooh, I'm going to make a mess. And excuse my black finger here with the paint on it. I've been spray painting big pots for outside on my front porch. So the papers inside here are a lovely caramel. And I don't know if there's artwork or anything in here that we're going to keep. I really haven't looked through this book in such a long time. But I do know I'm going to keep some of the text pages. Now, this book is going to be used different than any other book I have done. And I talked to my friend Amy over at Crack Amy, Journals by Crack Amy, about this back in, I think it was maybe the 1st of June about this book. So Amy, this book is for you. So what I want to do is I want to take this out as an entire block. And then I'm going to save some of the pages as pages that are together. Like, you know how normally when we take out pages, we take them out singly like this. You know, just single pages, and we do something with them. What I want to do is I want to take out pages that are sewn together. Now, I can't tell, I don't think these are sewn together. I think they're glued. But I want to keep them that are glued together. And if they aren't glued together very well, if the glue's coming apart, then I'm going to take some fabric strips on the back, and I'm going to glue them, and we'll do that together so I can show you so that they stay together. So if I decide to use this page and these two together, like these, if I decide to use these two together, but when we take the book block out, they're not very sturdy, then I would keep them together, but on the back, I would take strips of paper to help them stay together. Now, that's not much different than what we've done before, and I'm trying to look. No, I think it's glued. Yeah, it's glued. Right there's the glue. It's not sewn. Can you see it right there? It's not a sewn book. If it was a sewn book, then I would keep them sewn together. So let's get going here and let's take this apart. Now, I want to try and leave this page. I don't think it's going to stay. I can already tell. And the back pages in it, if I can. But I don't know that they will. So let's see how easily this comes out. It looks like it might come out very easily. Oh yeah. Okay, so I want to leave those. Now I'm starting in the back here. And I'm just taking my craft knife and I'm just going to cut very gently so I don't cut any further down. Let's see if we got through them. I don't think we did. Let me grab my ruler here. Now, that'll keep me from cutting through my spine. So how have you guys been? I hope you're doing well. I sure have missed you guys. It feels funny talking to myself all of a sudden. There we go. I think I got it. I was looking around my craft room for books to work with, and it was like, I do not have any books to work with. Because I got rid of them when I moved, thinking, oh yeah, when I get down there, I'll have an opportunity to go and buy some. Well, I haven't had that opportunity yet, and I only kept a few of these. There we go. All right, so there's the back. Let's make sure I didn't cut through, okay? Now, let's do the front. Now, I'm trying not to cut this because that will protect my spine. Even though my spine is cracked a little bit, I want to protect it the best I can. Okay, so I want to keep that in. This would have been the page I would have kept in. Like that. Okay. So I'm going to put, even though it's out, I'm going to put this back in there because I don't want to cut my spine. So I want to put that against it. I know you can see, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I want to put that right there. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut right against my ruler. There we go. I cut right through the spine. Darn it. Darn it, darn it. cut it right off. See, I cut the front cover right off. Okay, well, let's go on and cut it. Not to worry, not to fret. We're gonna fix it anyhow. Okay, so this would go back here, like that. So we're gonna fix that anyhow. So we're gonna set this aside. There we go. So this is our book block. And this, now when we make books, this would be like our tape, and when we glue it down and everything. This is what we do, okay? So this is the inside of what we normally do when we take our pages and we glue them in for a hidden spine. Does that make sense? When we make a hidden spine, this is what it looks like, okay? Now, I want to save these. Once I get this off, I want to save these. Now, let's pop in here to some of these. And I want to see, now, to find your pages that you want to keep, you need to find your signatures. Now, to find your signatures, you pop into your book and you'll see where they all fold together. Okay? Because they're still all going to fold together. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, so back here, this is a signature. Okay, that's a big signature, but there are also small signatures, and they're usually like right there's one. That's a signature right there. So I can take that out. And then there are smaller ones all the way through. In sewn books, they're really small. They're only like 2 or 3 pages. In these glued books, you just have to find them. Okay, that one and that one would go together. So let's find our pages that we want to keep. So I may keep that picture of that dog. That looks like a little dog that I used to have. So I don't know what this book is going to be about. I have no idea. Oh, look at there. But I do know that I want pages like this. Okay, so you can tell here, see how it folds? This page and this page go together. So I want these 2 pages. Nope. So I don't think they're going to stay together. So I'm just going to have to take a really thin piece of fabric, of washi tape, of something, and put down the middle of these to hold them together. So the best way to do what I wanted to do, and Amy, this comment is for you mainly, is to find a sewn book. So I want those 2 together. So let's go back a little bit. Yeah, it's not going to work with glued pages. They're going to come out individually. But that's okay. We'll make it work. We will make it work. Okay. And I want these two. Okay, so we're going to pull these out. And the further we get back, the darker some of these edges get. Now, the rest of them, you know, we're going to use for pockets. We're going to use for flips. We're going to use for, you know, different things like that. But for most of them, I want to use as actual pages in our book. Okay, now let's see how many we have here. Let's see how many we have. We have 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, good. That's plenty of those. So we're done with this for now. Plus our coffee dyed paper. Plus these. Now, and then these will make a great... This tells me that this is too big, so I'll know what to trim this paper in because it has to be this size. Unless I want to fold this paper a different way to make it smaller than this. Okay, so let's get out our coffee dyed paper and any other papers that we want to put in there. So let me grab that. Hold on just a minute. Okay, so I found my other papers. So I did have some other coffee dyed papers. So let's get some of those folded up. Now I don't trim mine until the very end because it just doesn't do me any good because they're all going to need trimmed anyhow. So let's see. How many signatures should we put in here? I'm thinking 3. So if we're going to do 3, let's go on and sort these here. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 1 too many. We'll put it back down there. Okay. Let's see what else do we have in here. Okay, I think I want to make some of this a flap on something. Let's see, I think we're going to need to do some trimming here. You know, the one thing I don't have in here yet is a trash can. I'm so glad you joined me today. I hope this adventure is a fun one. And it has been a lot of fun getting things set up, and everything is so different here in Ohio. I'm learning how to get around and not get lost. I did get lost one day. I got really lost one day. Thank goodness for GPS on my car. Or I'd still be driving around. Okay, so I think we can add something to this, to make it flip out. So we will have to maybe trim one of these to make this flip out, or we can add a flip out after we get it in the book. I think that's what we'll do. So we'll put that to the side so we can do that. And I think one of these maybe we'll use for a pocket, and then maybe a flip down. So let's trim it. Let's see what we've got here. So for the few of you that have asked, Baxter is doing well. His back has started healing a little bit. He is on daily medication. Okay, so we could do something like, with this one, we could do it as a flip up, and then underneath have a little pocket. And then this one, we could do another flip out if we chose to. So I think we'll just get it prepared in case we decide that's what we want to do. So his new vet, I really like. She's very gentle and she's very kind with him. And everybody that's dealt with him, has been very kind with him. Now, I think maybe instead of that one, maybe let's do some yellow. We'll do some yellow, maybe. Let's add some yellow instead of this one. So this one's got purple in it. Let's add some yellow. Since it's fall. Well, it's not fall. I know it's not fall. It's still, we've got a couple days left in July, don't we? But it's almost fall. As far as I'm concerned, August is fall. I can remember when I was in elementary school and, we went back to school. Oh, it's going to be too big. So maybe we'll use, maybe we can trim this one down. This one's called Butter and Eggs. I've never grown this, but I watch a gardener in England that grows it in his garden, and it's so pretty. All right, so let's see. What do we need? Oh, once I got that trimmed, I don't need to. Okay, and then we could use it as a side tuck. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So that gives us some different colors. All right, so now we have something for all three signatures. All right, so we'll put that back, and we'll put those back. So let's put those back in the box. And let's see what else is in here. What else is in here? I don't want any more of that. All right, so we have one piece of this. All right, we'll figure out how to fold up that. Oh, it's kind of a springy color. These are a little too springy. So I think I'm going to save those. These were a gift from Amy. She dyes such pretty papers. Let's see if that matches the cover. Almost, but not quite. I might use one of those bags. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3. We might use one of these bags, and we might use one of these. Okay. Okay. All right, so I think I'm going to have to coffee dye another envelope. Let me double check in here. I'm looking in my little box here. This is my little box of papers that I have left. Oh, wait. Here's the other box. I think it has envelopes in it. Oh, there's one. What's in here? Oh, I think I like that one better. I like that one better. Okay, this box has some pockets, pre-made pockets in it. Okay. All right, let's see what all we can fold up here. Okay, so let's see. Let's see, I'm thinking I might want to half that. All right, now remember, these are probably going to be attached. So, there. So that's 1, 2. And that's that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be about the size they are. Nope, don't want that in there. Okay, what else do we need in here? Everything is kind of brown. Let's paper clip this on here so we can see it. That's going to go up there. I have an idea. Hold on. Okay, this was what I meant by a sewn-in book and using both pages. Right here. See the stitches? This would be using both pages. And that is what we're going to do for one of our signatures. This is one of my old garden books. So I'm just popping the stitches here with my knife. Now I'm keeping my fingers away from the blades because they are very sharp. Oh, there's one down here at the bottom. And then you just pick it up. See, and then on the back you have a different picture. And on this side, you have this picture. Okay. Okay, and it comes from this book. It's by John Brooks. It's called The Country Garden. So, let me stick it back on my bookshelf here. So, we're going to fold it up, and we're going to use it as a center for one of those. As a center for another signature, we're going to use this one. It's full of apples. And then on the back, it has a page that actually says apples and has all different kinds of apples. And then for the third one, I'm going to go into my Life in Color book by National Geographic. And I want to find fall page. Now, this is my favorite book to use in journals. It's just one of my absolute favorites. It is full. There we go. It is full of fabulous pictures of all different colors, and it tells you who took them and you know, where they came from. So this picture was taken by Rich Sassereth, and this is Broadheadsville, Pennsylvania, and it's a pond lined with bare trees, glistens in the sunset. And then the preceding pages were taken by John Booth, Northern Finland. It's a great gray owl, and he hunts on a morning. There's the great gray owl. Isn't he gorgeous? So I could use either, but as you can see, the color is brown. So that's the introduction to the color, and it just keeps going from there. Over here, I can't say that, and I'm not going to mess up the word. It's from Bangkok, Thailand, and it's fruits at a Bangkok market in 1934. And then this one over here is from the northern Philippines, and it's a woman in a traditional clothing, and she poses for a portrait in 1913. So it tells you where they came from, who took the picture, and the color that it's associated with. So I want this one. And we're going to fold it to fit in the center. And I might end up taking this part of it too, to fill the rest of the page. Okay, so let's put this back. Okay. Now they will fill these signatures up a lot. Okay, so now that we have our papers chosen, in our next video, I'm going to show you how I put together everything, how I got these larger pictures folded, and how I used everything and if I added anything. And then we'll get to work on our cover, and I'll show you how we're going to repair this, since I very nicely just cut the top of it off. But I'm going to show you how we're going to repair it. And we're also going to make this another hidden spine, because I don't think I want to sew through this. I could change my mind, because I don't know that this is going to be strong enough for another hidden spine. We might need to sew through it. So I'll show you how we're going to repair this, and the glues that I'm going to use, and the techniques that I'm going to use. So until I see you again in our next video on the Ladybug Journals, ta-ta for now.